Oh
I
wow,
got it, I
damn.
got it.
20?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Damn.
No way. Hey guys, Sonyx here. Today I want to show you how to unlock the 20 bomb badge. This was a trios game I had just a few days ago, so it's still definitely very possible to get this badge today. Now the first tip that I have is to always prioritize hot drops. As you can see here, I had an original landing spot over on the right because I thought it was going to be hot, but I changed it to the left since I saw no one going to the right. I saw two teams here on the left, so always land hot as much as you can. Now tip number 2 is to always use close range weapons like SMGs or shotguns because this will help you win more of your 1v1s and squad wipes since you are going for that 20 bomb. You're always going to be playing aggressive and want to be in people's face 24/7. Tip number 3, win your 1v1s to win your 1v3s. Now basically this means you always want to win your 1v1s immediately by making sure you have your fundamentals in check, like your aiming, your movement, your positioning, your mindset. These are the 4 pillars of improvement in the game. So here, in fact, here's a video on the top right if you want an in-depth breakdown on this to help you win those 1v1s. Tip number 4, prioritize armor swaps. As you can see, I always prioritize armor swapping over healing because it's much faster to do during fights. The only time I would recommend healing is if you can get away or if there's no swaps possible, then you just back up and you try to heal and you go back into that fight, okay? Tip number 5, use audio and awareness. Yes, I know Apex audio is already pretty bad, but if you just stop for a second, you don't move, you can actually hear more than you realize. You can start to hear footsteps. So right here, I can hear someone about to walk in, which gives me a free beam and knock right away. Tip number 6, third party safely. As you can see here, I thirded this team, but once I knew it was a little too dangerous and I overextended, I backed up right away and prioritized healing. I waited for my team to regroup and got back into the fight to secure the rest of the kills.
Reloading.
Tip number 7, it's not the end of the world, okay? If somebody steals your kills, for example, and like you got that third guy really low and your teammates stole that kills, it's not the end of the world. If somehow you didn't get all 3, that's all right. It's better to keep going than dwelling on what already happened. Just move on.
Charging on my shield.
Tip number 8, be a Valkyrie or have a Valkyrie on your team. Okay, this helps with scanning players. Like here you can see I was able to isolate one on the left. This also helps with moving around the map super quickly to get more fights and get you that 20 bomb badge. As a top 0.1% Valkyrie main with over 20,000 kills, if you want to learn how to play Valk, here's a 4-part series on Valkyrie alone here on the top right of this video.
You got shields? You got shields?
Yeah, I'm fine. Oh damn.
And right here, as you can see, I was able to use my passive plus an evac tower to scan where enemies are at. Tip number 9, abuse cover. Even when fighting controller legends like ramparts or anybody that's trapping a building, you can still win if you use cover correctly. Look at how much damage is done to me while a rampart wall and a Sheila are out. It's kind of like the arcade game that we used to play it back as kids, you know, like the whack-a-mole. You back up and you reset, and then you go in as soon as like you hit the hammer on the head as soon as they pop out. That's kind of how you're doing it. Tip number 10, be aggressive. Here, I am putting so much pressure on this team, and I'm using the Devotion and an R9, so these are like a little bit close range, but I'm still putting so much pressure because I don't want a third party to steal all my kills. There's only 2 teams left. Okay, so I gotta give it all I got. I gotta push and finish this fight quickly. But as you can tell, I'm being aggressive safely, so I'm also backing up when I need to heal. I'm not overextending if I don't need to. I'm being aggressive safely.
Alright, down with some of them.
Bandit. Reload it.
What's up? Kill them all. Heal, okay?
Tip number 11, use movement. When I kill this last guy, I use a movement technique called a quick slide, also known as a fade slide. This helps to keep my momentum and also get my weapon out so that way I can eliminate the enemy as soon as I am in contact with them. So I do this by first holstering, which means putting away my weapon, then I unholster, which is putting my weapon back, and then slide jumping. So here's an example of me doing it in the firing range with the binds on the left side. Replay this part as much as you want, slow it down, so that way you can learn how to do this movement technique called a quick slide. But if you still want to learn more in depth of how to properly use this technique, plus 6 other movement techniques, check out this video on the top right.
Oh wow,
I got it.
20?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Damn.
No way. So to recap, tip number 1, always prioritize hot drops. Tip number 2, use close range weapons like SMGs or shotguns. Tip number 3, always win your 1v1s to help you win your 1v3s. Tip number 4, prioritize armor swapping over healing. Tip number 5, use audio and awareness to know exactly where your enemies are going to be and where they're going to pop up. Tip number 6, third party safely and retreat when you have to. Tip number 7, it's not the end of the world if somebody steals your kill, just move on. Tip number 8, be a Valkyrie or have a Valkyrie on your team. Also use evac towers if you're playing Valkyrie as well. Tip number 9, abuse cover, okay? Cover is your best friend in this game. Tip number 10, be aggressive as much as you possibly can. From the beginning to towards the end of the game, it doesn't matter, be aggressive. Tip number 11, use movement. Movement will help you become a much more difficult target to hit. You will die less and you can win your fights easier. So guys, remember, you can do it, okay? A 20 bomb is still very doable in today's lobbies. It's not impossible, but understand that it's a combination of both luck and skill. I mean, you're technically trying to kill 1/3 of the entire lobby, so it's no easy feat, okay? No wonder why this badge is very difficult to get. But the biggest tip I have is to play every game like you're going for the 20 bomb, and it will naturally happen to you. Remember, believe in yourself and everything will fall in the right place at the right time. If you feel like you still need more help though, check out more of the guides on my channel. And if you're new here, it would be so awesome if you subscribe because I put out new guides every single week. In fact, here's some right here. Oh, and last thing, this is how much XP I got from this 20 bomb game. Guys, no words at all. No words. I'm speechless, okay? This is the best game that has ever existed in terms of the numbers, okay? I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and please never forget to take care.